So we're 2 steps away from getting to Luminarium, and this week we explore the song Wither. It was a single that came out a couple weeks ago, and we're going to be talking about this guitar used on some of the drop A tracks. So this is the LTD AS-1. It is the signature guitar of Alex Skolnick from Testament, also big in the kind of jazz fusion circuit, and this guitar came in Silverburst, obviously, as well as, I think it's called like Lemon Drop or something, and it's like a yellowy flame maple top. He also has a blue one. There's a blue, I think it's a teardrop burst with it's like a deep blue color, Floyd Rose, and then he just came out with his new lime green one, which is really cool. I would really like to get it. But again, this is the Silverburst one. I have always kind of had a love for Silverburst guitars. It's this weird like love-hate thing where I really, really love them. I'm very attracted to them, but it's like owning them, I get bored. I don't know what it is, except for this one, because, well, Testament's one of my favorite bands, and this guitar is super, super cool. Got some really cool, like, Pearloid. I don't think that's actual mother of pearl, but, you know, it's a mother of pearl-esque, and then an abalone on the inlay. I put tone interlocking tuners on it. Of course, the groove wrap from Groove Gear. Then I put, of course, the classic Les Paul style knobs, Schaller strap pins, and then I got the Gretsch style switch tip, which I think I'm going to upgrade to a Geiger, the big fat one that I keep talking about that I really like. As for the bridge and tail, I have put the Hip Shot Tonomatic. It's called the Hip Shot Tonomatic. Really awesome bridge. As you can see, these are cool because they slide. The whole piece can slide back and forth, as well as the travel for the saddles is considerably longer for for intonation. And as you can see, this one's in drop A. This is a 24.75 scale. It's a short scale. Some of the issue I was having with the Matt Heafy, I kind of experienced with this, minus the weight. This is heavier than the Matt Heafy. But, I upgraded this bridge so that the intonation was a little better. It feels a little tighter in the strings. I really like these bridges. I put them on a lot of my guitars, plus these curved edges and the lower profile of the saddles makes it very comfortable in your hand. There's no jagged points like the regular Tone Pros where the saddles sit kind of higher and they're a lot more jagged. These are, you can see how not only are these edges a lot more rounded, there's a lot more surface area in here for your palm. But you can see the saddles sit lower, as well as they're all kind of curved. So they're a lot more comfortable on your hand and don't dig on your hand as much when you're trying to really dig into those chugs. Then, of course, I took out the EMGs that came with this, and I put I had experimented with some different style pickups in this from different EMGs. That's what I did. I put the 5766 and then experimented switching out between plastic and metal covers and trying to find the right tone. I ended up locking in on the Fishman RZK set, which is the Richard Z. Krusp from, or Krusp, I don't know, I'm sorry, from Rammstein. He has been one of my biggest influences. I love Rammstein, and so I was excited when he got his own signature set, and these things are gnarly. These are really, I love the Fishmans a lot, and even when I have a set that I immediately don't vibe with, I'll keep trying them out. I'll keep switching them out in different guitars until I find that right voice out of them, and they just come alive. They're so neat. And again, with the dual voices, the coil selector, you get so many pickups, so many combinations you can come up with that are just so neat. This one is set up like all my other Doom stuff, even though this is not Doom specific, but I do have the voice 1, voice 2 switches on the 2 volumes, and then the tone knob is a coil tap. Or I'm sorry, that's backwards. Coil taps on the volumes, and then a voice 1, voice 2 on the tone knob. Normally I have the coil tap on the tone, but when I have 2 volumes, I switch that around. And so I tend to use this more for my more prog thrash stuff. But this, like I said, in my other videos, I wanted a vibe, single cut, classic, traditional, the Silverburst is a classic thing, given that Les Paul vibe. And so this did write and record a lot of the drop A stuff on this record. So you hear this a lot. I think most of the rhythms are the Matt Heafy and this. And then when I got the Explorer later on, and then the EC1000 Ebony Black one, then, a lot of re-recordings, stuff that I went back and fixed and fine-tuned, ended up being those guitars. So there's a lot of this mixed in there. And when I first started doing the Doom thing, I really, really vibed with the feel. I really enjoyed the feel of, because I've been working for years to try to get faster. And so in that mood I was in 2023, it felt right to slow down a little bit just in life, and so that music has kind of reflected my vibe at that time. And I have a lot of songs. There's still another album and a half worth of stuff that I wrote over the last year, or year and a half from 2023, that has this and some other guitars, a lot of other guitars on that. And so there's still a lot of music to be written, a lot of vocals to be written on a lot of stuff. I don't know when I'll get back around to those songs, but there's still a lot of stuff Doom-wise coming down the line in the future. So I hope those of you who are paying attention, I really hope you're enjoying these playthroughs. I'm really, I hope you enjoy these lyric breakdowns for the musicians out there, enjoying these, and then watching the playthroughs on YouTube, and then the singles on the streamings. This has been a lot of work to do this entire project, and my Instagram has been frozen basically for years, and I'm not sure. It's just it hit 260 some followers in a week, and then it's just been sitting there like that. I've even pumped money into it and tried to do the reels and all kinds of stuff to try to get the Instagram to break open out of its shell, and it just won't. So I don't know what to do about that. But for those of you who have been going down this adventure with me to Luminarium, I really appreciate it. I put an immense amount of heart and love into my music, and I put a lot of time and effort into these instruments, and experimenting with sounds and strings and wiring. Spent a lot of time learning how to solder and set these things up in a way that works for me, finding what my signature stuff is, And so I hope these songs, for some of you out there that are paying attention, I really hope that these are things that you vibe with, make you feel in a way that, in just a good way. Even if you're pissed off and you listen to it, it still makes you feel good, So I hope this is something that you vibe with, as well as my other stuff. And I'll have kind of a deathy kind of record coming out next year. It is going to be about the history of how America influenced the Nazis. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't know about. And there's going to be a lot of stuff on that. But this has been a very trying road, getting all this stuff, these playthroughs, these videos, these breakdowns, the teasers, all this stuff uploaded to do 7 days a week. So, yeah, anyways, thank you.